At the end of the world, humanity's survivors are confined to an underground silo, unable to journey above due to the deadly atmosphere. Society is organized by strict rules, and any talk of leaving the silo is strictly forbidden. Juliet, a skilled mechanic, is content with her life in the down deep until she begrudgingly accepts the mantle of sheriff, and in so doing uncovers a series of dangerous secrets that shake the very foundation of the only home she's ever known. With time running out, Juliet must make a choice: stay safe and silent within the confines of the silo, or risk everything to unveil the truth and lead her people to a new future in Wool by Hugh Howey, published in 2011 and 2012 through the self-publishing branch of Amazon as a series of 5 short stories that make up the first arc in the Silo series of novels. This book grabs you from the get-go. The short stories are good at showing a progression of information. Originally, the only story that was published was Wool, the first tale. Is it called Wool? Wool, yeah, it's called Wool. It is a great introduction to the world, and it's a great just short story by itself. I'm so glad that he expanded on it and added the rest of the Wool arc. It's it's great world building. It's a nice hard sci-fi novel crossed with a thriller, a suspense, a page turner. It's a book that I could not put down. It's so emotionally interesting, and the silo is a character itself. I've heard other people who have reviewed this book say it truly is. You know, you get to know the silo, and it's very well explained. As with other classic sci-fi, this book really analyzes the ideas of class and current technological trends. It's kind of an idea of climate change destroying the world. Or is it? It is. It's climate change. But it's, well, you know what? I haven't read the second book, so let's assume it's climate change. This is the kind of story that sci-fi is really good at telling. It's a philosophical thought experiment in a lot of ways. You know, that I love stuff like that. I've been reading some classic sci-fi short stories, and this is a good example, nice contrast of modern sci-fi in contrast to Bradbury and Asimov. There's a lot more humanity. I guess not humanity, but there's a lot more. You're more invested in the characters. There's more character development, I guess, and that makes it more real. It grounds it for sure. So I'm glad that I've read the classic stuff, but it's really obvious the differences now that I compare them to stuff like this and like Blake Crouch. This is a book that I checked out from the library. As always, I want to say, please go get a library card. Please check out things from the library. Even if you don't check out things from the library, just get a library card so that it pumps up their numbers. You know, get 5 library cards. You can't do that. Get 1 and then tell your friends to also get a library card. Libraries are great, and I want to always be able to use them. So, thank you. And now is the time that we come to the time in the episode that is the time where I rate the book. I'm going to be giving this book 133 silo levels out of 144. If my research is correct, that's about a 93%. I really enjoyed this book. It really makes you think about how classic sci-fi is more about the ideas and exploring those kind of by themselves and just individually, whereas modern sci-fi like this really weaves many different types of stories in and out, and the pacing is just so much better. And I cannot wait to get to the next few books in this series. I think there's just 2 more. I guess there's maybe going to be more after that. But Shift and Dust are up next. I'm really excited about doing these. I'll probably read them pretty soon. But I got a lot of books. If you've been living in a silo, maybe you don't know that Apple has bought the rights and adapted this series into a show called Silo. I haven't seen it. From what my parents have been watching it, and from what little I've seen, I don't know how much of a fan I am. It goes back to how much I love how I direct in my own head. It's hard to beat that, but I'll give it a chance. I'll make sure to watch the first season and maybe make a video about it. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe. If you have a favorite book in this series, the Silo series, please comment it below. Wool, Shift, or Dust. Which one's best, and why should I like it? I don't know. All right. As always, Silo, no, she didn't.